Hello, this is Bushcraft Canuck, and we're here doing a video on a new knife. This here is Greg Lightfoot from Lightfoot Knives, and he's been making knives for almost 30 years now, but he's done high-end folders and some tactical blades. So what we've got here today is something new, something different. This is a bushcraft knife from Greg, and I'm going to hand this to him, and he's going to go over some of the design elements and the ideology behind this particular knife. Greg, there you go.
Thank you, Win. Okay, as you can see, this particular knife is not your standard bushcrafter. The idea with this is to get away from the norm and to show you that specifically how good a hollow grind will work in a bushcrafting situation. This knife has got some pretty cool design features in that you can hold it in 3 different positions. The standard position like this, you can creep up, do some fine work, or you can actually go to the back, wrap this little lanyard up, get it tight, and do some light chopping. Obviously it's not really designed for that, but it can be used for that. Handle is micarta with a bow drill hole in it, and yes, we have started a fire with that. It does actually work. Blade steel, 01 tool steel, holds a great edge, but as you all know, this is going to rust like a garden hose unless you keep it up with lots of oil and so on. But edge retention is fantastic on it. The ergonomics of the handle is pretty cool, way fatter than I normally would make a knife, but you don't get any hot spots with this. And Win has done quite a bit of extensive testing with it so far, and it has not given him any hot spots whatsoever. So we're going to be doing a bunch more testing on this knife, and just to prove the workability of the hollow ground blade and the ability to creep up and have a dual position on this handle makes bushcrafting chores and stuff a lot easier to do. This top swedge on here is called the subsonic tip. As you can see, it's heavily ground on one side only. This is so that in penetration you get fantastic penetration, but the tip doesn't break off. So that's a cool feature. It's something that I do on all my knives, and it works pretty good in this bushcrafter as well. So the rest of this video, look forward to some cool testing and just to prove to you that hollow ground is the king.
Okay, we're back again here, and we didn't mention that we're actually on Greg's ranch here. He's got 160 acres of land out here, lots of woods on it, mostly woods, and just a great little woodsy play area that we can do a lot of testing. I really like that this knife has 3 positions. The choke back for some chopping. With using the lanyard, you need to use a lanyard. I love the choil here, where you can choke up, and the thumb position here for doing some finer work. This is a recurve here, an extreme recurve with a nice sweeping belly here, and I absolutely love recurves, and this just performs like a real champ. Also, something that wasn't mentioned was the spine on this thing is 90 degrees, and it strikes a ferro rod just awesome, and we'll do some testing on that a little later as well. First off, I guess we'll do is we're going to use the lanyard here, and I'm going to do a little bit of chopping. Okay, so that chopped through pretty well. Let's take a look at that 90-degree spine here. But you can see how that 90-degree spine is just tearing up that wood. Okay, so now we're going to look at trying to do a little bit of just cutting on this. And I'm going to be using the recurve part of the blade here. Now if I want to, I can choke up on this, and it just gives me really fine control Or I can set back and just go at it hard. Just how it bites. This hollow grind bites deeply. I mean, doing a little bit of thumb assisted cutting here, just, you know, using the thumb push. And I mean, I can just chew through that like nothing. We're to do some notching here. The hollow grind is a really aggressive cutter, and it makes cutting easy, but you know, again, you have to kind of adjust for how aggressive of a cutter it is. We're going to do some batoning with this knife. It's only got a 4¼ inch blade with a 3½ inch cutting edge, so you're not going to be batoning very large pieces of wood with this, just small wood processing only, but it can do it. All right, so there we've been able to process some wood. I find this handle works quite nice. It fits the hand really well, and I don't find any hot spots in there. So it's worked really well. So what we're going to do is, now we've got a little bit of wood process, we'll see if we can make some feather sticks. That feather stick's not going to win any beauty contests, but we've got nice fine curls in there. Just showing you that this hollow ground recurve edge here can really peel the wood off nice and thin. That'd be a notch like for, you know, if you had a pot that you wanted to hang on that. All right, let's try a log cabin notch. So again, bites like crazy. Great for notching. What we're going to do now is strike with a ferro rod. When you're scraping a ferro rod, the curvature of that spine gives you more contact area with the ferro rod. More contact space means you're moving more metal, you're going to get more sparks. So we've just got a little bit of wood here. It's been raining. I don't know that this is going to go up, but just to show you how well this thing sparks a ferro rod. There you go. Even in the moist environment here, we have a flame, we have a fire. This thing has a wicked 90-degree edge. Greg mentioned that it has this subsonic tip, and not sure you can fully appreciate what it is. Is the edge of the blade is narrow here, but it gets full thickness right at the tip. And what this means to bushcrafting is of course, this is a great little driller. You need to drill yourself a hole. You've got this nice cutting edge here, and then that tip, which is really thick, and you need to thrust into anything, specifically in this case, wood for drilling, and it works great. I'll just get a piece of wood here. You can see that. Another design feature of this knife is the bow drill divot in here. So if you're needing to make yourself a friction fire, this is one component you do not have to make for yourself. It's built into your knife, and as Greg mentioned earlier, we've done a couple fires already with this, successful bow drill fires. So I'm just going to show you how that works. I've got my set here. We got nothing, but we got friction. And the bow drill divot does work. It just rained, so it's pretty humid out here, which makes, of course, friction fire that much more difficult. But anyways, proof of concept, it works. So, I'll be back to you in a bit with a wrap-up. Okay, well that's been the initial look and testing of the Lightfoot Bushcrafter, a new kind of knife. Didn't mention that this is the sheath that it came with. Really nice sheath here. I love the stitching. Got the maker's mark on the back of the sheath, as well as you saw in the close-ups, the maker's mark right there. Lightfoot knives. You can find them online at www.lightfootknives.com. And yeah, so I really like this knife. It performs admirably in pretty much all areas that I would need it to. And I'd just like to thank Greg for making this knife, and look forward to seeing more of your work.
Not a problem, Win. And check me out on Greg Lightfoot 123 on Instagram. Bye now.
Thanks. Bye.
Here's my friend Rusty. Look at that magnificent specimen there. He's just loving this whole op. And we're back.
Okay, well that's just been the initial view and testing of the new Lightcraft.
Close.
And here's another piece here. Let's try this here. We might have better luck with this. Oops. You'll have to excuse us. We've got some dogs here that love wood, and they want the wood that we're using. Okay. Gonna have to edit this out.
Give her a piece. Just give her a piece. Okay, Arrow! Get out of there. Okay, good.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.